Today hits a little different. 2 nights ago I was in a car accident. The kind of moment where time just stops and you hear everything and nothing at the same time. And I'm standing here talking to you today with no injuries, no hospital bed, just me. And we need to talk about what happens to your mind when you realize how the thin line is between here and gone. Because it's very thin. Um, it's crazy to think about, at the moment of impact or just hearing that sound when you uh in an accident, like you hear it and you think, honestly, you don't really know what to think. It just happens, you know. And it's crazy because how things you're worried about 5, maybe 10 minutes before, it's like work, stress, money, all that just go out the window. And then, after it happened, I stood outside for a minute, checked myself, realized I was okay, so I immediately rushed to the other person involved in the accident and made sure they was okay. Got them, was able to get them out of the car. Um, but it's one of them things that when the dust settles, you ain't thinking about the car. I don't think about insurance, the what else. My mind went to two places and two places only, God and my family. And in that moment, the fluff of life gets stripped away. You realize that your life isn't actually yours. It's a gift. And all I just wanted to do is just go home. I just wanted to see my family faces and thank God for giving me another day to do that. We spend so much time talking about crazy stuff on here, man. Just in life, we argue over small things, stress over stuff that doesn't love us back. And I don't want for you to wait on the wreck to realize what your foundation is. If you got your health, you got your family, you got your faith, you winning already. Everything else is just extra. You know, that really adds on to everything else. It makes you not take stuff for granted, like the small stuff you argue about. Like that is crazy. Like all the stuff we stress about, the bills, the he said, she said, the social media stuff, the all that. But when you sitting in a wrecked car, all that noise go to zero. It don't even matter. Then you realize you have been giving too much energy to things that don't even matter. And if you listen to this, you stress about something that won't even matter in 5 years, maybe even the next day. Let it go. Like I almost lost my forever over something temporary. First person I called when that happened with my wife, I was like, hey, I just gotta call her, let her know I'm okay, I'm straight. I knew she was gonna worry. Just a little simple run, man. Like you just never know. It's a simple run. I run up to the convenience store almost on a nightly basis, just grab a little something, come on back to the crib. And you would think like something like that is just so small, man. You would think that. But I'll say it take me about 5 minutes to get to the store. It took that wreck all of 1 second just to, it can either change your life forever or, Lord forbid, you're not even here no more. And that ain't nothing but God, man. That's it. There's no other explanation for walking away from something like that. If you seen it, seen how that car looked, ain't no way I should have walked away from that. or the other guy should have walked away from that. Like he had minor injuries. He was still here though. That's the important part. And it's crazy you don't think about it because I pray a lot and I'm always asking God to, hey, send me a sign, tell me something, let me know something. Sometimes God got to shake your world up just to make sure you still looking at Him. And that night I heard Him loud and clear say, I'm not done with you. Like I don't want to stress over a little bit of stuff no more, man. I don't want to stop waiting for one day to tell. Like I tell my family, of course, I tell my kids and my wife. I tell them I love them. Tell them I love them every night. But it's time to just stop waiting for a crisis to get your prayer life right, man. You walking around with a miracle in your lungs every single day. You gotta act like it. I'm grateful for every breath in my body and the platform to be able to tell y'all this, man. Love your people. Thank God. Hug your family close. Because you just never know. Just really never know. And then it's crazy because people say, well, your life flashed before your eyes. But that ain't what happened to me. For me, everything just went out the window. I didn't see no flash of, I say this, my life didn't flash before my eyes, but everything that I have done bad and evil in this world definitely flashed before my eyes. Because at that point in time, I wasn't me. I was just another person on the side of the road thinking about what I needed to get situated, thinking about what I need to get done. And I'm talking about, not to keep harping on it, but I'm talking about something that should have left me in the hospital or worse. But look, I'm here, walking around, not a scratch, not a broken bone. Just a soul that's been shaken awake by God. And today we ain't just talking. Today we just, it's a testimony, man. Like at that moment, I couldn't even form words to say when it happened. I seen it coming at the last second. I seen it coming at the last second. And in that moment, ain't nothing you can do. You just gotta, if you get enough wherewithal in your mind to be able to get a prayer off in that split second, you good. Then when you survive something like that, man, your brain do like this automatic delete. Because everything that ain't important or essential gets deleted. I won't think about no bank account. I won't think about what people say about me or say about me. Like I said before, all I kept thinking about was God and my family. I kept picturing my front door. I just wanted to walk through it, realize that my family is my only true North Star. Everything else I do just a means to an end to be there for them. Then just to know, just to be able to come out of something like that and just be able to sit there and know that I'm protected, covered in grace, covered in love, covered by the blood. I ain't talking about no insurance. I ain't talking about no body armor. I ain't talking about none of that because I did the military thing. They give you body armor. They give you all that. But this type of protection by God can't be beat. Like while I'm sitting there, I still, and the crazy part is, I still was able to. I went up there to get some stuff. I still went in the store and got it. Like it was such a shock to me, my mind and my body. I didn't even fathom what happened until that next day. Then I was like, dog, I really probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for that grace, if it weren't for that protection. And last night I just had like this peace. I had a peace, a different kind of peace. Like you can get a little, you can get little spurts of peace. You can get a little time of peace. However you get it, whether you just go for a walk, whether you take a bathroom break just to be to yourself, just to get peace, silence, nobody messing with you. But that last night, I knew that I'm still here because my purpose has not been fulfilled yet. I'm still searching for it. Like this part of my purpose, being able to be on here to talk, to testify, to be able to create a space for anybody to come on here and talk. Maybe tell your testimony. Maybe just open up and vent. And like I keep opening that door. And if you need something like that, that's what this space is for. And what the crazy part about it is I saw the sign of it. Had a dream 2 nights before that. I told my wife that I was in a car accident. Like it was a crazier dream than what actually happened, but it was still a sign. Like makes me wonder, like people that do actually listen, that whoever listens, my small little group, whoever it is, like you listen to this because you're alive, but are you living? Just to go back to that dream, I had a dream that, like I said, I had a car accident. I survived. I had scrapes and bruises. I was all beat up in the dream I was. And I remember a group of kids all came up. Like I every time I turned the corner, I ran into a kid, and every time I talked to them, they were like, "You're not dead, but you're not alive." Man, hearing that, I heard that the entire dream. You're not dead, but you're not alive. And I was telling my wife about that because I did not understand that. Coming back to look at it now, it's like I ain't dead, but I'm not living because I'm not living in my purpose. I'm not living with God in my life. I'm not living in the word like I should be. So that brings me back to the questioning, are you living or are you just surviving the traffic of life? Because I don't want you to wait on that traumatic experience or hearing that metal crunch that man, I can hear this sound just as vivid as when it happened. And it plays over and over in my head. So don't wait until something traumatic happens to realize, hey, you worth more than what you might think. If you holding a grudge, man, drop that. It ain't important. We see how just looking at that car sees how fragile material things are. These are made out of these things are made out of metal. These things are made out of dang on things to protect you while you driving. Airbags, all that type of stuff, man. Don't wait until you in a position where you gotta give your life to God. Go ahead and do it beforehand. Get that protection early. Drop them grudges, man. Talk to God. If you ain't talked to God in a minute, go on holler at him. Talk to God. He already listening. You might think he not because he don't answer your prayers right then. I promise you, he gonna answer them prayers. Everything that you ask, long as you doing what you supposed to do, living in that word and meditating on him, and you you gotta talk to him. You don't get a 2 minute warning in life, man. This ain't football. You don't get no 2 minute warning. Like I say, I had a dream before, but that don't mean it was gonna happen immediately. Like, don't take small stuff for granted, man. You can't. You can't. Can't take life for granted, man. This our lives are so fragile, man. You can have as much mental fortitude as you think you have. All it takes is one thing to break you. All it takes is one thing to change you. It takes one thing that can flip your whole world upside down. Like, I ain't really told nobody like I'm coming to y'all. Like, besides my wife, my son don't even know. My kids don't even know that happened to me, and I don't plan on telling them because I know how my kids are. My kids worry. They can read my face. They know if that. They know, hey, daddy in deep thought. He ain't said nothing. I joke all day. That's what I do. I joke all day. I work on my craft. I'm an upcoming comedian. I work on my craft all day. Like, I tell jokes about anything. I couldn't joke about this one though. This one really threw me for a loop, and I still ain't really over it, like mentally recovered from none of this yet. So ain't nobody asked me if I was scared in the moment. No, I didn't. My mind did not process this until a whole 24 hours, and I still ain't quite processed it yet. In that moment, like, you don't. Some people remember much, but for me, it was like a dead silence. Like, I had the radio on, I didn't hear the radio. I saw my hands on the steering wheel. Next thing I know, I'm turned the other way. Like, and what's sad about it is I've been in so many of these situations. This ain't the first car crash I done survived, man. It's like my fifth over a span of my life. It's like the fifth. Every one of them I've been able to walk away from, man. That's the crazy part. I've been able to walk away from it. That's God, man. That ain't nothing but that. My mind doesn't go into a panic mode. My mind like, okay, let's see what's going on. I checked myself out, hopped out the car immediately. Could barely open the door. I made sure I was able to get out. Flung my seatbelt off. Got out. Checked myself out. Cool, I'm good. Let me go check on this other person. Ran over there. See if he was talking. See if he was conscious. You don't know the type of stuff that you go through in life actually comes in handy. Like I say, that the time I did in the military prepared me for like big traumatic things because you never know what's gonna happen. I always gotta be on your toes, man. I always gotta be on your toes. I always gotta be. thank God for that protection, for him sending them angels to shield me and him. 'Cause people don't understand, when you on that road, you not only relying on your eyesight, your hand coordination. You gotta, people don't know driving is like a whole nother level of trust, man. In this world where you got new drivers, crazy drivers, road ragers, you got all that. You gotta trust other people on the road to do what they gotta do. That's the crazy part. I hear people talking about, yeah, I can't trust him father and I can throw a ball. Cool. But you trust these people on the road to do what they supposed to do, man, that's a lot to think about. That's a lot to process. Like once I actually came back to myself and thought about the whole situation, I'm like, man, that night before, like, if we argued, that could have been the last thing we said to each other. If me and my old lady argued, that could have been the last thing I said to my wife. It could have been the last thing I said to my son. Was I love you, good night. Not knowing if the next day he could possibly not see me. He could possibly not wake up to me. I wake him up for school. That could have ended that night. And that too, won't is me telling you right now, if you got something you need to do, supposed to do, you want to do in life, don't wait until you have a scary moment to be like, I need to go ahead and do that. Stop talking about what you gonna do someday. Someday is a luxury. Right now is all you got. Right now is all you got. If you need to get right with God, do that. Don't just be careful with what you're doing. You can't just run up in anybody's church. Find a church that talks and speaks to you. Cause just to look pivot a little bit, just cause they say they're a man or a woman of God, that don't mean they are. Everybody got flaws. Everybody human. Ain't nobody perfect. But get around the people that's gonna help you get closer to God. And you need a brotherhood, sisterhood. You can't do none of this in this world alone. You need that support group. You need that core. So if you ain't been around God, you ain't talking to God, you ain't praying, do that ASAP. Don't play with it. You can't play with it. They say a day, tomorrow ain't promised. A whole 24 hours ain't promised. Man, you think even further. A whole second ain't even promised. A minute ain't promised. None of that. Ain't no time promised to you. Stop just going with the flow. Do it. If you say you're going to do something, you want to do something. Don't wait on it. Some people ain't got that luxury. Some people ain't going to have that luxury. Some people ain't going to have that opportunity at all to be able to do anything. Definitely changed some stuff in me, man. There's so much stuff. I used to say, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. Just tell my wife the other day, like I say, I'm a up and coming comedian. I used to do all the little social media skits and do all of that. I stopped doing it because I thought it wasn't, for me, I thought it wasn't it. But I enjoy doing it. I enjoy bringing joy to other people. I enjoy making other people smile. I enjoy, I do it all day. I practice my jokes with my family. Now it's time to bring it to to bring it to everybody. Like, I hate it had to, for this to happen for me to get that realization, but that's something I want to do. That's something I'm going to pursue for long. For long. That's something I'm going to do, and I ain't changing none of that. I ain't changing that for nobody. Come to just, I used to be one of them people that hated the world. I used to hate everything, including myself. And I had so much hatred towards people, man. So much hatred towards, like, if you ever cross me, I cut you off. I don't play that. I don't care about none of that. You abuse me, you abuse my family. You do something wrong one time, that's all it take. You through. I'm cutting you off forever. You ain't never gotta speak to me. I ain't gonna bat no eye. I ain't gonna cry. None of that. That's how it was, man. Now I'm like, all that stuff petty, man. This ain't nothing I just had with random people. This was things I was dealing with family, close relatives. Like, hey, you cross me, I ain't worried about you. Going on about you, live your life, I'm finna live mine. Looking back at it, that is so wrong, because you don't know what that person might have been through to make them do what they did, or what they have experienced in life to even think like that. They might think worse than you do. You might think you think bad, but they might think worse than you do. And they could, man, that's why I've been in that Bible, because it's been telling you, hey, love everybody. Have a forgiving heart. Have an open heart. Because your act of kindness could be something that they need in their life to change. They might need you to tell them, hey, you good, you got it. Hey, look, that was messed up, but I still love you. Hearing some stuff like that, man, that can change anybody in a heartbeat. Some people, not everybody, some people set in their ways. But if your purpose, like mine is to, bring light to people, bring smiles to their face, bring some enjoyment, then that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm supposed to do. So it's not, get it together, man. Life too short. Life hella short. You ain't got no time to play around no more, man. It's 2026. We in the age of technology. Everything is at your fingertips. You got your phone, you got computer, tablets, all that type of stuff. TVs now can do stuff that it ain't no excuse for you not to be able to do what you want to do. You want to put out a movie, grab a camera, grab your phone, put it out. I'm saying that because I used to be one of the people that like, nah, I ain't got the right setup. Nah, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. I can't do that. Man, them just excuses. Them just excuses for because if you can't do it, you'll do it. Ain't no excuses, man. If you can do it, just do it. Don't wait on the right. It ain't no such thing as waiting on the right moment. Ain't no such thing as waiting on the right time, because you don't know the timing. Everybody got their season, man, but you don't know if you in your season if you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing. You don't know how you know if you're in the right place in life to do what you're supposed to do. answer to like be on your like to be in your calling, to live in your purpose. How you know if you're in the right place to do that if you ain't do it? That's how I see it, man. This is the 6th episode of my podcast, man. This is plenty of times. It's like every time I'm like, yeah, I'm finna get on here. I'm finna do this. Every time I've been talking to my partner about doing this for years, man. For years. Never did it because I'm like, I ain't got the right setup. I ain't got the time to do it. Excuses, man. Ain't no time for excuses no more. It's time for doing now. It's legit time for doing now. There ain't no time for no excuses, man. Excuses make you feel good. Doing it make you feel better. Like, hey, I started. Even if it don't work out, even if it don't pan out the way you wanted to, the fact that you did it is an accomplishment alone. That's crazy. But people don't look at it like that. The fact that you did it, you said you were going to do something and you did it, whether it worked out or not, speaks volumes. Stop taking life for granted, man. You only get one. You only get one of them. Stop taking it for granted, man. Travel. Do what you say you're going to do in life. Hey, you want to go visit Rome or something? Go do it. Save that money. Go do it. You spending money on something you ain't supposed to be spending it on anyway. Spend it on something that's going to make you happy, whether that's temporary happiness or spend it on something you know, hey, in the long run, this going to pan out. I've been investing into this. I just started really investing into it. I've been using free stuff, trying to get this podcast off. First, I was like, well, look, we can do this big, little quick money grab. Nah. When I figured out, because I prayed and I had a dream, I prayed like, Lord, what am I supposed to be doing? What is my purpose? Had a dream again with kids. They're like, hey, just talk. All you need to do is talk. Even when I wasn't dreaming, that's all I heard was just talk. That's one thing I don't do at all. I don't talk. I don't talk about my issues. I don't talk about my problems. I don't talk about nothing. And people that don't do that, they don't know what they're asking of themselves mentally. Like, hey, you really want to push all this down? You really want to bottle all this up? You don't want to get nothing off your chest? You got to get this stuff off your chest, man. I always knew I had the gift of gab. That means I can talk. I can talk my butt out of stuff. Plenty of fights I'm supposed to be in. Talk my way out of it because I say something stupid. I just be myself. Plenty times it was stuff that wasn't supposed to work out, but because I can go in there and I can talk, because I can go in there and be myself, like, and people are drawn to it. Been knowing my calling, had my calling the whole time. I just ain't never, step into it. Because there's a minute in time where I didn't, really go to God. I didn't really pray. There was a time I didn't pray. It was a time I didn't read. It was a time I didn't go to church. It was times I was just like, I'm staying away from that. It was times where I just didn't even want to deal with anything dealing with God. And it was crazy. The devil make you be like, hey, you living, boy. You living. No. He can make stuff look good. He can hide a lot of stuff behind good stuff happening to you. The devil can. But when that storm get to coming, it's up to you. It's up to you to know where you need to go to handle that. Where you need to go to deal with that. And that's what I'm learning. I can't deal with none of this stuff alone, man. My mental health issue. I mean, I got major depressive disorder. And before my accident, man, I was in one of those phases where I ain't want to do nothing. Barely wanted to go anywhere. Didn't want to go outside. Didn't want to be around people. Didn't want to do nothing. Just wanted to be in my little corner in my world. Hey, don't bother me. Don't ask me 1,000 questions. Just let me alone. Let me be. I was once on medication for that, man, and that itself is a whole different ball game, man, because that'll put you in a... Yes, medication helps people. I'm not saying don't use it. I ain't saying don't. I ain't saying, hey, if they give it to you and you're like, I ain't gonna do that. I don't need it. Some people need it. Some people need it. My medicine used to have me feeling like a zombie, walking around like a zombie, like I'm here, but I ain't here. If that makes sense. Like physically, I'm here, but mentally, I done checked that since I took this. And then this also, cause I create clothing. I got my own clothing brand. Like I do that. This all just what was about that night. What was the most craziest thing is I had on my Just Be You hoodie that I made, camouflage hoodie with the orange writing on it. I had my Just Be You hoodie. On the front it say Just Be You. On the back it say God loves you no matter what. Cause I make it for, of course to sell, but I also make it for myself. I'm walking around wearing my testimony. God loves me. God loves you no matter what you did, no matter who you are, no matter where you at in life, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you done been through, God gonna love you through it all. I didn't realize that. When I finally realized it, I made sure, hey, everybody finna know. I put it on my clothing. I don't have that strong of a following on YouTube yet. It's coming. Told my wife when I first started this last month, I said by June we're gonna be on the 85 South Show. I mean that. Carlo Miller, DC, Chico when he on there. Clayton English, Moneybag. I rock with them boys. One of my favorite podcasts of all time. That's really all one I listen to, for real. I don't listen to nothing else outside of that. Listen to them boys. Them boys always gonna have a laugh. They talk about stuff that I think about all the time. They comedic juggernauts in their own way. I told my wife, I said, by June, I'm going to be on the 85 South Show. I mean it. I'm going to be on there. Be on there rocking. Just to see where they started from 10 years ago to where they are now. They give you the blueprint. They just on there. They being themselves. That's what I get on here and do. I just get on here and talk. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They need scripts. A lot of people can't just flow off the top of their head. It takes skill. Now I got off on the tangent on something else, but we got merch coming, man. I just want to announce that we got merch coming. I got covered hoodies. They're probably not just going to say covered. They're going to be covered by the blood. Cause that's what I was that night I had that car accident. Covered by the blood. Cause that accident, for me to be able to walk away from it with no issue, that's all that is. I was covered. Covered by the blood, man. I want everybody to feel and know that they're covered. So we got some new merch coming, a website coming. I'm gonna post it on this video once I upload it, add it to the clip, show the merch off. Cause I don't just make merch just to sell. I make stories. My clothing got a story to it. My clothing got meaning to it. Like I go live on here and record. Don't too many people chime in and look at it. Not right now. It's coming though. Once I get a consistent schedule, it's coming. And we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk. We're gonna be able to vent. We're gonna be able to just express ourselves. We're gonna be able to be ourselves on this platform. That's what this is for. Yeah, we're gonna talk about God. We're gonna talk about God all day. Any chance we get. And before we end, I want to stop and say, hey, wherever you are at in your mental health journey, whether that's recovering, whether that's getting better for yourself, whether that's doing it for your family, whatever the reason is that you need to strengthen your mental health or better your mental health, do it. Don't slack off. Don't take a day off. Whatever it is you need to do to strengthen your mental fortitude, do that. Find that little niche project you've been wanting to work on. Hey, you like to build bird houses? Build them bird houses. Put it out. Let people see it. Trust me. If you're doing something you love to do, people gonna come to it. To the kids, I don't know if kids listen to it. I can't say they are not. Hey, if you want to bedazzle your Air Forces, bedazzle them Air Forces, show it out, show your talent, show your creativity. Do whatever you gotta do. Cause like I say, I'm gonna keep harping on it. Every day is not promised. Every second ain't promised. Every minute ain't promised. If your mental health journey is kicking your butt, long as you making efforts to better yourself, that's all you can do. Doing that better than doing nothing. Doing that is gonna be better than doing nothing. But that's the end of the podcast for today. Listen, just want y'all to know I'm real thankful, I'm humbled, and I'm ready to live now. Hold your people close. Don't let the sun go down on no argument. Life too short and beautiful to spend on anything that don't matter. This has been Talking About Something, man. The end of the episode. It's me, Shaq. I'm just glad to be here. But peace and blessings to everybody that listen.